there to grab these cars.
This is too cool. This is Burt Ward's Robin outfit. Look at this. His complete outfit.
But because it's one of the very few car-related movies that has been out there in recent years. You know, there's a lot of cars.
And we're just getting started. So this is a honest to goodness, not just an auto museum, but they sell these cars. Everything you see right now, everything you're seeing is for sale. And as we just watched in a video by the grandson, who is still an owner of the museum, his grandfather and father started this. This is the backbone of how this place stays in business today. They sell these cars. Everything you see is for sale. Also, they have original movie cars that are used in the movies. They managed to get their foot in the door of that particular niche to sell these cars, but also to acquire these cars. So what we're going to be seeing in here are original movie used vehicles. This place is just amazing. And I noticed right away when you come in here, it smells like, well, it smells like a garage. And by that I mean a mechanic garage. There's a smell of oil going on, the gasoline. Yeah, it smells good. It smells good. I happen to like that kind of thing. So, wow, look at this. Just look at this. This is, if you're into cars, if you are into this type of thing, pristine, restored, you're going to geek out in this place. I mean, I'm just walking around and, yeah. And I'm just totally flipping out over this right now. Look at all this. Pee-wee Herman fans, rejoice. Look at this. The original Pee-wee Herman Paul Rubens bike. You gotta be kidding me. I would not have expected to see this here. Voted one of the most iconic movie bikes of all time. You know, when I first seen it, I gotta be honest with you, I thought it was the bike from It. But it's not. It's a Schwinn. Look at this. The original bike. Paul Rubens, Pee-wee Herman. There's his John Hancock, if you will, right there. In my shadow to boot. Look at this. More character displays in showroom 4. We're getting onto it. Wow. This is just cool. Pee-wee Herman's bike. I would have never thought that. The creepy clown that you see standing by the bike was also from the movie. It's in the scene where Pee-wee pulls out miles of chain to secure his bike only to return to find it was stolen. Look at that. Are you having fun yet? Are you having fun yet? Pee-wee Herman's bike.
So this car here, this SS Nova, I actually owned one of these in 1980. But it was red, this cherry red here with white stripes down the side. And the inside was white leather seats with red striping down them.
So you owned this car as a kid?
I did, yes.
You owned it?
Yes.
Not this particular car, not this car we're looking at. But I remember you telling me stories about this car, and basically this baby is fast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This baby was fast.
Yes, I remember my brother-in-law going down Forest Hills in Rockford, Illinois, and he said, "Oh, this car can't do anything." He got a speeding ticket that day with this car. So yeah, that's a story. I hope he sees this because it's funny to this day.
The Chevy Nova's got a 396 in it. Look at that. And this baby's ready to go. Look at that. Let's take a look inside. Was yours a stick as well?
No.
No? Yours is automatic? Look at that. This is a smell. It smells great. It looks like such fun to be in right now. Man, oh man, it just makes you want to get in and go, don't it? It can be yours for $102,000. I would be afraid to take it out in the street. But what else? You'd have to. You'd have to find a stretch where you could just go. So that was showroom 1 we were in, and this is the entrance into showroom 2. Look at these jukeboxes, will ya? Wow. Now hopefully this music is just old enough to where there are no YouTube copyright weird things going on to where they want to delete all this stuff out. I'm guessing no. I'm guessing this is just going to be fine to do. And if you grew up as a kid in my era, you already know who this guy is, the Fonz. In many episodes where he just give this an A and give it a loving tap with his fist and a select, right there, there it is, that's what I'm talking about, right there, right there. And a selection would come on. The Fonz. Henry Winkler. Now this here, for someone like me who saw the original Star Wars on the outdoor theater big screen in 1977, this is unbelievable. The Landspeeder. The X34 Landspeeder. This is it. This is the original one. This is the movie-used Landspeeder. Luke. Use the Force, Luke. Look at this. This is just too cool. This is what he got out of. There's Luke. Look at that. Too much fun. Too much fun. Look at it. Can you imagine getting inside of that? I could not fit in that. I couldn't even fit in that little race car when we first came in. Now, my wife got in it, no problem. We took pictures of her, but there's no way I'm fitting into that thing. Wow. I wanted to give you more of a panoramic view of where we are right now. This is showroom number 2. These are the movie-used cars right here. Speed Racer. I used to watch this as a cartoon when I was a kid. The first live version Mach 5 ever built. Prototype to what will become the signature series. Every time I see this, I just hear that music. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer. I used to think as a kid he was saying Ghosty Racer, when in reality he's saying Go Speed Racer. But you know, you don't know a whole heck of a lot when you're a kid. You just go with it. James Bond, 2001 Aston Martin Vanquish. Built as a stunt car for James Bond, Die Another Day. It's actually a Jaguar. Many people don't realize that. Over here, Transformers. Bumblebee, of course. Has to be. Yellow, right? 1977 Chevy Camaro. The Beater Bee. This version of Bumblebee was first used in the Transformers movie. Look at that. I like to say that a lot, don't I? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, what else would you be doing? You're looking at this, right? Gone in 67. That's 1967 and 60 seconds blended together. The 1967 Shelby Mustang. Total of 11 GT500s built by Cinema Vehicles Service for the cult classic hit movie Gone in 60 Seconds. The world's most famous Mustang. Yeah, we are looking at an absolute museum filled with classics here. But the Star Wars stuff just blows my mind. Oh, look at the guns here, of course. See them? That's good stuff. From the movie Ghostbusters, the 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor ambulance. Look at this guy here. Look at this. One of the most iconic cars in TV land history, that's for sure. K.I.T.T of the Knight Rider. I wonder if he'll start talking to me. Look at that lit up in there. That's a money shot there. That is ultra cool. All lit up. Makes you want to get in there and go. Really neat. And do I really have to say anything about this one? Do I really have to say anything about this one here? Comes with a hoverboard even. Look at this. Look at this. Just take a look inside of there. Makes you want to get right in it and go, don't it? The DeLorean. The flux capacitor, all lit up and ready to go. Well, I don't even know where to start about this one. This is George Barris' original 66 TV series Batmobile. Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, if you're watching the movie, you're seeing this car. 1966 Batmobile, original licensed George Barris. It's not a replica. Not a replica, built from the 1955 Lincoln concept car that was modified by famed Hollywood car designer and customizer George Barris. This is Batmobile number 14 of the Barris-built Batmobiles. This one closest imitates car number 1 in detail and authenticity. I just love the phone. I want to pick up that phone and call the commissioner. Yes, commissioner. Now look inside this guy. Look inside this guy. From the 66 series. I mean, this is the one I grew up on. Of course, it repeats. Look at how she shines. Can't you just see it coming out of the cave? Wow. Let's do something. Let's get in this. Let's just do it. Let's go. I mean, I can see the flame kicking out of there right now. This is great. Batmobile. This is too cool. Too cool. I was literally just watching an episode last night before we came out here. The Munster Mobile. Can't you just hear Herman's laugh? Oh man. Eddie Munster's go-kart. Another one from the TV series, Dragula, put together by Grandpa Munster to be entered into a race and to win back the Munster coach, which Herman had lost in the race. Again, designed by George Barris. Total of 5 were built, 1 for TV use. This is number 5 and the most authentic in existence. Even more authentic than the recently restored TV car. Look at that beauty. Let's take a look inside of there. Isn't that nice? I realize I'm not saying a lot. I'm just totally geeking out over all this stuff. Thanks, guys. Now, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but I am a huge Stephen King fan. I'll get into that in a future video. This is Christine, 1958 Plymouth Fury. For the movie, 14 cards are said to have been used to portray the self-restoring killer car. This Christine, at the request of Stephen King, was also used in the movie 11/22/63, based on King's novel. Look at this. Let's look. Oh, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. She spoke to me. Yep. She actually said something to me. Okay, I'm totally freaked out now. Totally freaked out. Yeah. There's geeked out and there's freaked out. And after she talks to you, that's not a good thing. Well, one thing I can tell you right now, and I got to do this by the Batmobile car, this is a loud place. Even if I was using a microphone, I think it would still pick up a lot of what you're hearing in the background. Now, I don't know if that's intentional. I kind of doubt it. This is a museum. believe me, they want all the free publicity they can get, like what I've done and what others have done. But as you go from one spot to the other, lots of noise. So if you want a loud experience in a place, then why not? It's just all cars, right? It should be loud. This is the place to come. This is the place to come anyway. I'm telling you, this is fun. This is fun. So let's go into this 1949 Spartan. It's a prototype, the only one ever built. Let's just go. Let's go. The missus is already on there. The only one ever built. Look at this. This is too cool. As the bees are already seeing as well. Oh yeah. Shoo bee, shoo. Where's that shoe fly? Look at that. A prototype. That would have been neat if they would put these on an assembly line. I mean, this has really got everything. Got your for 1949. I wouldn't have thought they Philco. I would have thought they would have had TVs then. But then again, what do I know? Yeah, this is neat. Look at that. You got your cabinetry there, your storage, place to sleep. You got some storage back here. Not too different from the way it is today, is it? Not at all. Let's go next door and see what's going on. One more little thing of entrance. My wife located the laboratory. I guess you would just pull that down and do what you have to do. Got your little sink right there. Some exhaust.
No shower.
No shower. Yeah, no shower. Yep. And no graffiti, so that's good. Welcome aboard Caboose. Train car number 77030. Since 1895, this wooden classic trailed freight trains from Canada to the United States. In 1968, it was taken out of service and stored next to the Vassar Train Depot as a historical exhibit. And in 2015, the museum purchased and preserved the 120-year-old caboose. Let's go take... So this is the end of the caboose. There's the prototype we were just on. Wow, not a whole lot going on. 1895. Icebox, 20 gallons of water, wood-burning stove, and to cook and heat. And yes, it has a potty. Look at this. Engineers actually lived in here up to 2 weeks at a time. This was home.
First locomotive really got it all right.
I doubt they had that fan at the time. I bet they wish they would have had that fan at the time.
Mechanics put the John Bull into commission in 1841.
That's where they would sleep.
And it became the first locomotive ever to be duplicated.
The typical tourist cabin was modest, with a double bed, a table and chairs, a small wood-burning stove, and a wash basin. Many cabins were located near a river or pond for bathing and washing clothes. While the privacy of the motor cabin might afford the traveler a good night's sleep, it also tended to encourage some illicit activity. None other than the FBI Director, J. Edgar Hoover himself, referred to the tourist cabins as camps of crime.
We're in now what will be known as the RV section. I think what surprises me most about, well, first of all, there's a lot of craftsmanship. I mean, you can just see there's a lot of work and detail involved in building one of these. This here is a 1932 covered wagon, a true barn find, one family owned, parked in a barn right before World War II in 1939, completely untouched since. Original curtains, beds, and even the original floors. Has optional wood-burning flat belly stove. Only 6 covered wagons are accounted for today, and this Volo museum owns 2. But it's just, look at that, original curtains. Look at that. But what I was saying is, what surprises me is just how small they are. I mean, people were a lot smaller then. You can see how it was pulled right there. See that in that picture right there.
By 1936,
How it was trail buying.
300,000 Americans lived in trailers. To some, that's a worrisome trend.
Just give you a little plan of the room. 28 Ford house car, built by Henry Ford, one of only two known to exist. Built by Henry Ford.
But struggling
Still so cool though.
they enable people
Looks
to
really
get
neat.
money. An RV can be yours starting from $395.
Another 1934 covered wagon. Did I say wagon? I meant to say dragon. No, covered wagon.
5 years later,
Look at that.
this company is producing 1,000 a month. Each is equipped with conveniences.
I hope you like long videos, because this might be a two-parter. There is a lot of stuff going on here. I've said that before, and then I've realized I've edited it all down to one.
Telephone intercom to your chauffeur.
What do we have here? 1936 Masterbuilt, produced in California from 34 to 36 during the Great Depression. This Masterbuilt underwent a full renovation and from the frame up. My wife's been taking dozens of pictures. Oh, photobomb. This camper car is from 1938, stored indoors for the past 67 years. This is the only one known to exist. Full standing room as the top rises in here. Look at this, the only one known to exist. More, look at little, you got your little pot-belly stove here. I call it a pot-belly stove, but that is a little stove. Here's my hand to give you some content.
In 1931, Sherman sells
Wow.
117. 5 years later,
See how she looks from the outside.
1,000 a month.
She's actually a car, almost a truck.
Each is equipped with conveniences
Ford.
like bathtub, stove, and even ice boxes.
And my wife's down there taking pictures. I just wanted to show you what she looks like. All one piece.
In 1936, trailer manufacture is America's fastest.
I rather doubt there were seatbelt laws in 1930. Look at this. He crashed the car in 1930 and then built this. Dismantled it, extended the chassis, and built the body with the woodwork, the cabinetry, the wiring. Completed the house car in 1938. Look at that. I just can't imagine driving that. And that chair sliding all over on me.
But struggling Americans love their trailers. They enable people to get away from them. Got money. An RV can be yours.
Should we take it for a spin?
$395.
Look at that. You see, if I was going to have a shirt, and my first official catchphrase, I guess it would be, look at that, because I bet I've said it 20 times since I've been here.
1,000 a month. Each is equipped with conveniences like bathtub.
This was one of my favorite movies as a kid, Herbie the Love Bug. This guy just let his fender down. I don't know if he'll do it for us again, but he surely just did. There he goes. Oh! Now his fender's back up. Oh, there it goes down again. The screen-used version of Herbie is known as a junkyard personality car. 7 miles of wiring. Volo Auto Museum acquired the car directly from Disney Studios. I got that music going in my head. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. You know you want to get in this and go. I sure do. Come on, Herbie. Look at all the wiring. Now, don't you remember as a kid when the ice cream man would come? Now, when I was a kid, the ice cream truck did not look like this. But wouldn't that have been cool? But I have to be honest with you. If I saw this guy here coming down my street looking like that, I don't think I would be running towards the truck. I think I'd be running away from the truck. That's just funny. That's funny. This guy's entirely too happy to be selling ice cream. Look, good humor though, right? I mean, that's their signature trademark. Good humor ice cream. That sure brought me a little bit of good humor. Look at this guy. He is completely happy to be driving this truck. You know why he's happy? It's because he's making the kids run. That's why. He's making the kids run after the ice cream truck. So where they're so exhausted that by the time they get there, instead of one, they're going to buy 2 good humor bars. Now, if that isn't good marketing, I just don't know what is. Caution, children. You think that's saying caution? There's children. No, it's saying caution, kids. Caution, because we're going to make you chase us. We're going to make you chase us down, and we're going to make you run hard for this ice cream. Children, use caution. Good humor ice cream. Yeah, that was the joke was on them, wasn't it? Oh man. Arcade lovers unite. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. I remember bowling games like this. A smaller version. I was somewhere as a kid where something like this was. I can still remember playing it. Look at this. Williams Deluxe. This place reminds me a little bit of the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas, as a matter of fact. But these are really, really well restored. So nice. Look at these toy cars here. Can you imagine being a kid and getting one of these? Look at this guy here. No, that would be a lot of fun. Reminds me of that Little Rascals episode. So I don't think there's looked this well. 1920 to 50. Historical pedal cars. Gosh. If you had one of these as a kid, and you were really doing something, you were really somebody. I can remember having something like this as a kid. And I'll tell you a story. As a kid, of course, you're thinking like a kid, and my parents were going to my grandparents' house, and I can still remember saying, no, I want to drive my own car. I want to drive my own car. It was one of these little pedal car things, but made out of plastic, nothing nice like this. And they said, okay, go ahead, get in it. And I don't think I got but 30 feet out of the driveway, and then I got stuck in the gravel at the end of it, or the grass or something. And there go my mom and dad down the street in the car. I'm seeing their license plate and start to cry, of course, and the lights, their brake lights come on, and they come and got me. But I sure learned a lesson then. There's nothing like a gasoline engine. Nothing like, because you're surely not going to out-pedal a car. I learned that at a young age. I was probably about 5 or 6. Look at this room. When I was a kid, there was a place called Kittyland that we used to go to. My parents took us to as kids. This here, I remember vividly. I can still remember getting into one of these little carts as a kid and just having a great time on the small little Ferris wheel. This Kitty Ferris wheel was designed and built by National Amusement Devices in '48 for Kittyland. So this is one of them. Probably not the Ferris wheel, but it's certainly one of them. The man, has this brought back some memories? Has this stirred some emotion? Just think, at one point, little Mike, who had no idea his nickname was going to be Extra Cheese, because he didn't get that till later in life, got on this little baby here. I'm going to give you a little bit of scope, just to show you just how small those cars are. There's no way I'm fitting in one of those cars today. I would not look or fit well in a car like that today. But back in the day, man, I can tell you I couldn't wait to get on something like this. Boy, this just brings back a lot of memories of being a kid. You know, don't lose those memories. I know the world can get to you. It gets to me too. But to see something like this, how refreshing. How refreshing this is, because you got to keep that kid, that childlike spirit in you sometimes. You have to. Well, we didn't have a chance to see everything. As a matter of fact, we've been here 10, 11, 12, 3 hours. It says it takes about 3.5 hours to get through all of it. I think it takes a little bit longer than that. That was the main museum. A little bit of the Titanic we also had in there. And we also have over here, that's Jurassic World over there, which we did not get a chance to get into. But there were still things here that I wanted to show you. Just ran out of time. We have other commitments today, and we got to get back home. It's about an hour and a half drive to where we got to go. Volo Museum started off as an auto dealership for antique cars, grew into all this throughout the years. Very affordable. Volo, Illinois. I'm an hour and a half away from it. I'd never even heard about it. When the grandson of the owner was born, he said there were only 200 people that even lived here. It's grown a little bit since then, but not so much. Still kind of small, and it's just a blast. I'm gonna end with this.